Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. You are once again watching Astroteric TV. I will be your one and only host, the Astro Guru, and it wouldn't be Astroteric TV without the gra. And today's topic of discussion is, not liking someone gives you no right to slander or defame their name. I'll explain. I'm sure if you're on two legs, you've heard someone say before, I don't like him or I don't like her. And what comes out of your mouth next is, why? Because you're baffled, perplexed, confused as to why they just singled this person out to not like them. And you think, as the asker, that you're going to get a rational answer. But if you've lived a life long enough, you know there is no rational answer. So what happens next is they say, I don't know. It's just something about them. Or, I don't know. I just don't like them. That person needs to be far away from you. Far, far away. They are what we call troublesome. Because instead of looking for a reason to like someone, they are looking for a reason to not like someone, which in turn means they don't like themselves. So, you might want to peer into that person who's not liking somebody for no apparent reason, because you'll get insight as to who that person actually is. So, as a remedy for the situation, if you're the person that is not liking someone, you need to identify what it is inside yourself that you do not like. You need to go heal somewhere. You need to go to therapy, see a psychiatrist, get mentally evaluated, whatever may be the case for your situation. Now, as the person who asks why you don't like him, you have just learned that A, this person does not need a reason to like somebody or dislike them, in which I don't believe we need a reason to like somebody. I think we need a reason to dislike somebody. So if you like somebody, it's just your preference. It's just what you like. No problem. I don't care who or what it is. If it exists, somebody likes it just as well as somebody dislikes it. But we're not focused on dislikes because we're not focused on negativity. So next, you have now figured out and found out that that person is envious of this person that they don't like. You're not going to know why they're envious, because envy does a good job of not showing its hand. It's a lot of times it's hard to prove that someone is actually envious of you, simply because they could say, oh, what I got to be envious of you about? Or I got so much more than you, or you don't even have this, that, and the third. And really, those are just, not only are they deflections, but those are, I can't find the word right now. But basically, those are like obstacles put in your way to not get to the root cause of the situation. So basically, they can hate you or envy you just because of your smile and your aura. They're not going to go tell anybody else that. Otherwise, they would have told you. But they're not doing that. They're trying to get that smile and that aura as far away from them as possible. So they're going to try to rally the troops, which means I got to corral everyone that I feel I can either A, manipulate, B, might be vibrating where I'm vibrating, which means if I'm negative, they're negative too. They're just going to agree with me because, well, we're both negative. Or they're doing this to, like, basically they form like Voltron, because these people all are either vibrating negatively or are all manipulative, or sometimes people just don't know, so they get manipulated. They might not be manipulative, or they're blind. They take everything that's said to them at face value. So if I say that Jose is part of the cartel, they're just gonna look at Jose, assume he's part of the cartel, maybe by how he carries himself, or if he says something, anything related to a drug matter or something about Mexico, and they're just gonna jump the gun. They're just gonna be, you know what, Jose? Yeah, you gotta go. And you're like, Jose, like, what'd I do? Don't worry about it. You just gotta go. Jose, like, I don't understand what's happening here, but obviously, I'm the target. So if you don't want to get hit, move. So Jose goes on about his life. Now, for the people that slander and defame, when you're telling the truth, you are simply either bringing the dark to the light, or you are volunteering information for probably not a good reason. Or, on a positive note, you're keeping your integrity and, your dignity intact by blowing the whistle on a certain situation before things get out of hand. Understood. Example, if I got a guy that comes to work drunk every day and he keeps crashing into stuff, not only is he costing us money, but he's a liability work-wise. So we need to address the issue. But for the people who, they come to work, they do their job, they're cordial and respectful with everybody, they go home. Some people don't like those people because their work ethic allows them to achieve from things that the average man never thought he could achieve. Like, if you ever heard people say, you're not gonna get you're not gonna get rich working a regular job. There's people that have done it. It's not what you get or what you make, it's how you manage it. So you have people that are just that driven. Their money management skills are that good. They're that resourceful. Some people don't like that. So they try to take them down a peg or two. Like the Laker girls. If you've seen Eddie Murphy and I think that was Bowfinger. But yeah, that was a funny movie. That is a funny movie. But they slander and defame, not understanding that that's some of the worst karma when it comes back. Because not only does, like, most karma, when it's light, it comes back physically. Like, you might make fun of somebody and then trip and fall. Instant karma. And you may not, you might just hurt your knee or so. But when you slander and defame people's name, you try to destroy the content of their character, remember, spirit is in the quantum realm. So when you try to kill someone's spirit that didn't deserve it, it backfires. And it hits you, the sender, it hits you spiritually. Then it has to go through the motions of emotionally and mentally and physically. So it's a much longer process of healing after you receive the karma from slander and defamation of character. And I would also advise, while this healing is being done, that you refrain from anything that can be karmic. because all you will do is add 10 times the weight of the original karma. So if the slander and defamation gave you a karma of 20, then that 20 will be amplified when you commit another karmic crime by 10, and you will have 200 times karma. And if you do something again, it won't go to 400. You're going to have 200 times 10 karma, 2,000 karma. So I'd advise you not to slander and defame people, because on a grander scale, you don't know what that person has gone through. You don't know what they have arisen from. And you don't know what God has appointed that person to do in people's lives. So when you slander and defame people and you remove them from places that God has actually appointed them to be, you actually kind of have a direct hand in foiling God's plans. And he doesn't like that at all. Till next time.